For those taking ferries for summer getaways, the weekend starts early, not by desire, but by necessity.
Yeah, it's definitely been a thing.
Christopher Eckbold is heading to the Olympic Peninsula to camp.
That's why I'm planning it midday on a Wednesday and not on a weekend morning. So
the good news is, for the first time since before the pandemic, Washington has 18 ferries in service, a vast improvement from this time last year when there were just 15. Ferry officials say the long-lasting workforce shortage has finally been addressed, but it still isn't smooth sailing for the ferries. Half of the fleet is more than 30 years old. Some ferries are more than 50.
It is critical that we kind of keep moving with our build program.
At a news conference today, members of Washington State's congressional delegation announced a coast-to-coast caucus to bring ferry concerns to the surface in the nation's capital. Representatives from Alaska, California, and New York joining forces with Washington to bring ferry funding issues to the forefront.
The president truly wants to be the builder that he says he is, the developer that he says he is. Then that means building and developing all over the country, building the next generation infrastructure.
Washington needs to get 5 more boats built over the next 15 years, but a state policy could preclude it from getting federal funding for any of those, something this new caucus is trying to work around. The policy mandates new ferries be built in Washington, but State Senate Transportation Chair Marco Elias says Washington is now opening up bidding to outsiders.
We are potentially going to buy boats from another state. It feels like if we're buying boats from another state, we should qualify for federal funds.
Back in the ferry line, Christopher is planning his return trip before he even departs.
you got to get your ticket and get in line and wait a couple hours.
Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.